Welcome to omegabone.com. There's no better time to start wearing artificial nails and start wearing your own natural nails. Thank you for joining me. Right now is a great time to stop wearing artificial nails because it's very trendy to wear short, bright, polished nails. And if you take off your artificial nails and cut them down, and every time it grows out, if you have any weak tips, cut them off. If you have any tears on the side, cut them off. If you have any chips in your nail polish, take all the nail polish off and repolish them. This will help you become hypersensitive to your nails, and that will help you reduce the opportunity to bite your nails because you'll be so aware of your nails. That way you only have strong, healthy tips, and then you can grow those out to be long. Being a professional singer requires that you're always ready to look good. You can't allow being embarrassed by chewed up nails to stop your artistry. When I used to bite my nails, I used to be worried about people looking at my torn up cuticles, my chewed up nails, and I couldn't hold the mic properly. And then being worried about that, I can't worry about, I'm not focused on singing or the message or my instrument. Now, I stopped biting my nails, I guess about 2 years ago. And because I saw my daughter biting her nails, and I didn't want that for her. And thankfully I stopped before my son arrived, so he doesn't bite his nails. But now if you're wearing artificial nails to cover up your nail biting addiction, that doesn't really help, in that when you take the nails off, or if one is broken and you see a problem, immediately, or at least in my case, I would go back to biting that one nail that's broken, and then I'd start popping all the other nails. It's a lot cheaper and more effective if you do your own manicure. Now, you need to figure out why you're biting your nails if your problem is nail biting. Are you nervous when you're biting your nails? If so, you can't prevent being nervous, but you can prevent your reaction to being nervous. You can keep stress balls, or chew gum, or drink water, or write a note every time you feel nervous so that you can keep your hands busy. If it's that you're bored, as a singer, you're never bored because you could be practicing, you could be networking, you could be booking gigs, you could be honing your craft, you could be writing songs, you could be learning songs. There's a million things that you always need to be doing as a singer. So that's not a real excuse. And if you're biting your nails as a means of grooming them, you can keep nail clippers with you, right? I'll show you how I do my nails. Now, I keep my nails a bright color always, because when I think about biting my nails, which is all the time, I see the bright color and I think that's enough time for me to think, oh no, don't bite. Because right now I would love to just pop all these nails out because I love nail biting. I know it's crazy, but I love it, and I know it's nasty. But just thinking about it now, I feel I would love it. But I don't do that because it looks a whole lot better to have nice nails than to not have nice nails. Okay, so we'll go through the whole process that I do to manicure my nails. First, you're going to saturate a cotton pad and place it on your nail for a second or two and twist off the color. It should take you just one pad should be enough to remove all the color for 10 fingers, but you might need a second to remove residual color. Okay. Then wash your hands and use the towel to push back your cuticles. I do this after every shower so that I don't ever have to do a separate cuticle pushing. The most important step to your manicure is to nourish your nails. If you have soft or weak nails, use a strengthener. You have short nails, use a growth stimulator. And if you have long nails, use a moisturizer. But make sure you follow the directions on the bottle. My strengthener I used as a base coat, a top coat, and again for appliques, retarded. I ended up burning my fingers. I ended up with like burn marks down all over my nail bed. And I took it off like within 12 hours because it was hot. I was like, I woke up in the middle of the night. I had to go take all the nail polish off, and that's when I saw the burn marks. Because I hadn't read the directions that the strengthener said to only use once a week, not 3 times in one day. So make sure you read the directions. Now you can stop here if your nails are long and you know they look nice and clean and are all pretty uniform. But right now I'm growing my nails out because these 2 fingers broke. And so I cut all my nails down, but they broke down really far, so I didn't want to cut all my nails that far. So I cut the rest of my nails down as far as my skin, and I'm using a growth stimulator on these 2 fingers, and all the rest I'm just using strengtheners to try and catch these 2 fingers up with the rest. And then once they grow out, maybe another 2 weeks, then I'll cut them all down to my finger, and then I'll let them all grow out to be one length. Now, to have professionally polished nails, make sure you mix up the color and drag the brush along the rim of the bottle to push the polish to the underside of the brush and dab off any excess. You're going to use the underside of the brush to polish your nails. And notice that I don't polish the entire nail. I'm just painting a neat U shape on my nail. I put on 2 thin coats of polish, and I make sure to let it dry in between the layers. Not rock solid dry, but definitely to the touch, that the first nail that I do is dry to the touch. And then I put on the second layer. Note that the hand that is doing the painting stays in one position to do the same repetitive motion over and over again. I move the hand that's being painted to get full coverage. This is especially important when I'm painting my dominant hand because my weaker hand doesn't have as much control, so keeping it in one repetitive motion gives me a nice and even coat. Use glitter as a top coat because it adds a new dimension to the color. I especially like tone on tone because adding a pink glitter on top of a pink polish makes a beautiful nail magical. Glitter is especially hard wearing and can be difficult to remove. To remove a tough glitter polish, saturate some cotton with remover and place it on your nail. Cover both with foil for at least a minute. Twist off the cotton with pressure and the glitter polish should come right off. After the top coat is dried, I like to add a drop of olive oil to each nail, and then I just smooth it lightly. And then that prevents any light touches from destroying my finish. Now, if you full-on bang the nail, of course that's going to ruin the finish. But just if you were to touch like your hair by accident or your clothes, you're not going to have any prints or any dents in your nails. Now, all of the products I use are very cheap. Nothing costs more than €3 or $5. Spending a lot of money on a manicure is very unnecessary because it still only lasts a week. I know people that spend $40, $50 on a manicure, but as a professional singer, you don't necessarily have a regular income. And you know, when you get the opportunity to perform, you want to be able to just take care of your nails that quickly. And also, you don't want to spend a lot of money. You don't want to waste a lot of money when you don't have to. If you can spend 20 bucks on 4 bottles of polish that will last you for 6 to 9 months, that's a pretty good deal. I hope these tips have helped you. Thank you for joining me. Please take a moment to subscribe to my YouTube channel, omegabone.com, and please tell a friend. If you have any questions or comments, please send me an email to info@omegabone.com.